Hi everyone. Hope it's a good day for you so far. I wanted to come on early today because it's April 1st and we have a new shade launching today. I have no idea what it is. I'm not even sure if it's new. It may be something that was a limited edition like Love Spa was that they're bringing back. I'm not sure. I have no idea. They don't tell us. I'm going to put this clip in. So it launches at noon Eastern time. So I wanted to get on here nice and early, get my makeup done so that when that launches at noon, I can let you know what it is so that you can grab it. Especially if it's something new, they tend to go fast and then you have to wait for them to restock, which I don't know about you, but I'm not really good with that kind of thing. When I want something, I kind of want it. Okay, so I'm going to do my makeup. If you're new here, hi, I'm Karen. This is Seint makeup. It's cream makeup. It's everything that I need to do my face and more in one compact in the palm of my hand. This is our detail brush. I'm going to dip in to the side of this brush to pick up my contour. I like to start with my contour because I feel like it maps out my face. It's all one layer makeup, so you're not putting product on top of product on top of product. It just all kind of goes where it goes. So if you're new here, this is probably the first time you're seeing this. And if you're not new, well, you know what? It's so different than what we grew up with for our makeup that sometimes it takes a few times to see it, to understand it. So I blended that in because my hair. I'm gonna wait to blend in my cheeks until I'm done putting the rest of my basic makeup on my face. All right, 2 lines, cheek, cheek, 3rd line, temple to temple, 4th lines, I'm gonna put down the side of my nose, but I'm gonna wait. Okay, that's your darkest shade, that's your contour. Now, your lightest shade is what we call your brightening or your pop color. So let me put that where that goes. And this is all your foundation. This all has coverage. So instead of putting that one liquid layer on your face that dries to a powder and gives you that creasing and caking, we're just gonna put these cream products, these shades, where they belong. And don't ask me what shades I'm using because your shades may be different than my shades. So that's part of my job, is that I color match you to what shades would work best for your skin tone. That's why my color match form is so important. Okay, so I've got 2 shades on so far. I just kind of put them where they belong. I'm going to flip my brush over to the bigger side, and now I'm going to go in to my main highlight shade, which would be considered, for all intents and purposes, your foundation. This is all your foundation, but just to keep it with the terminology that we all grew up with, this would be your concealer, the light color. This is your contour, that hasn't changed. And this would be your foundation. This is the color, if you can't notice, that will most match your skin, most closely match your skin. So all I'm doing with this shade is I'm just kind of putting it everywhere I didn't put something at. I'm even gonna do my eyelids, because I'm gonna throw some eyeshadow on today, something really simple. And this cream will act as a primer to hold those powders in place. It's kind of magical. Okay. Pretty happy with that. Cream makeup, a little goes a long way. Notice I didn't swipe into these products. I dabbed. And then I just kind of put it where it goes. I really concentrate on my nose because I have a very red nose. Okay. I'm going to switch to my blush and bronzer brush. This is the brush that I typically use to blend all of this in. Again, this is all my foundation. 3 shades. Gives me light, it gives me dimension. And I'm just gonna lightly swirl little circles on my face, especially being careful here under my eyes. Not to pull or tug on these bags that I already have. Not cleaning off my brush, not switching brushes. They will all blend really nicely into each other so that I've got lightness where I want lightness, and I'm going to have darkness where I want darkness, or depth. Let's call it dimension. See that? Now I have a cheekbone. Ugh, excuse my sniffles. My allergies are kicking in really bad today. I don't know if it's because of the rain and the wind we had last night, but oh my Lord. I woke up this morning, if you can't tell, my eyes are very, very, oops. Sorry, I was getting a call. My eyes are very, very red and bloodshot. And my voice is kind of raspy, and that's because of the allergies. Okay, remember I said I was going to contour my nose? Remember that brush I started with by drawing the line? I'm going to flip it over to the other side. I'm going to dab into the contour, and I am going to go from my brow just very lightly down the side of my nose. You can see the line that I drew. The closer you put these 2 lines, the more narrow your nose will appear. Now, obviously I don't want it to stay like that. So let me just wipe off my brush from any excess contour from that side. And I am just going to kind of blend it out by dabbing. I'm dabbing. So that I'm taking this line that I drew to contour my nose to kind of give myself a nose job. I'm blending it out, but I'm staying away from the center of my nose, the bridge of my nose, because that's what's going to make my nose look thinner, longer. See that? So I no longer have the line on either side of my nose, but look at it from the front. And if I want, I can go back in with that lighter shade and kind of accentuate it a little bit more. And then boom, I just gave myself a nose job with no needles. Okay, let's push that hair down for now. All right, so I had posted earlier that I was going to showcase 2 lip and cheeks. One of the things I love so much about Seint, but one of the things that I love is that it's completely customizable. Not just the colors that you put on your face that I've already done here, but the lip and cheeks too. So this, by the way, this is how they come. The tins come like this. You just slide them open. You take them out. And yeah, well, let me take one out. And the compacts are magnetized. So you just pop the tins in, and that's how you just take it all with you. It's all right here. No more looking through bags and fussing for stuff. I'm going to take this out because I want to hold it as I'm showing it to you. Okay. I'm going to pick up that blush and bronzer brush. Again, this is a different one. Let me just wipe it off on my towel to make sure that I don't have any other colors on there. And I'm going to, we call these lip and cheeks because they literally are lipstick and blush, okay? So I'm gonna use two. This is Sangria, and this one I gouged my finger in the other day, is Carousel. So you can see one is a little bit glossier than the other. Carousel is more glossy than Sangria. So I'm gonna put Sangria on my cheeks first. And again, no swipe, dab. And then I like to put this right along the top of where I put that contour. It's a matter of preference how you like your blush. Now I'm gonna put that Carousel on top of it, but I want to get this one on first just so you could see how pretty this, oops, too much, how pretty this one is just on its own. This is what it looks like in the tin. This is what it looks like on your face. So if you're not sure, if you go to my website and you're looking at these lip and cheeks, or you're looking at the eyeshadows, any of our shades, and you're not sure what it will look like, because some of them are deceiving. Black Cherry, I think, is the most deceiving one. It looks black in the tin, and it looks black. I'll show you. And it looks black on the website. This is Black Cherry. Now look at those. I would say that's our darkest looking one. That's what it looks like in real life. It is a true gloss. Let me put it on my arm. It goes on like purplish. Is that a freckle? Yeah, that's a freckle. So do you see that? Like, that's why it's so important that if you're not sure of the shade, reach out to me and see what I just did. I swatched it on my arm for you. I would be more than happy to swatch any shades for you and send you a picture. I take a picture of that and I send it back to you, and I let you know this one's Black Cherry, this one's Sangria, this one's Baby Watermelon, whichever ones you asked me about. So, okay, that was Sangria. Got a little off topic there. I'm gonna wipe off my brush from the Sangria. I just have a towel over here. And now I'm gonna use Carousel. So this one is a little bit more glossy, so that's why I want this one on top. This is gonna brighten up and make that Sangria a little bit pinker. And you know what I'll do? I'll show you both of them combined on my arm. Look how pretty that is. You'll see it on my lips when I do it on my lips. I'm going to just dab in Sangria and dab in Carousel, and then maybe I need to dab a little more and show you. Oh, let me do it with my finger, because I really want to show you. Okay, that's better. So that's them combined. That's Sangria on its own. I'm running out of fingers here. And this is Carousel on its own. So you can see Sangria is dark, Carousel is light and kind of glossy. And then when you combine the two of them, it just makes, just stay tuned. You'll see it on my lips, I promise you. See how easily I whip that off? This is why you have to set cream makeup. Okay. So I'm gonna leave those go until the, you know what, I'll do them now in case somebody wants to ditch off. And then I'll do my brows. Pick up our multitasker brush, my contour that I started off with. I'm gonna dab into that. and I'm going to use it to line my lips. I like to slightly overline them. It's a little trick that makes your lips look a little bit bigger than they are. And just like I did with my nose, it was an illusion how I gave myself a longer, thinner nose. This is an illusion that, without surgery, that I am giving myself a lip injection here. Okay. We're going to start with Sangria again, just like I did for my cheeks. Pick up a good amount of that. I know, it immediately makes your blue eyes pop. Now, I'm not usually like a red lipstick kind of girl. I more like my nude colors. This is bold for me, even though it's like a pinkish red, but still. Hello. Yes, it is a beautiful color, isn't it? But what do you see what happens when I now put Carousel on top, just like I did with my cheeks? Do you see how that's glossier? So it's gonna change the color slightly, and it's gonna give me a nice gloss on my lips. Pick up a good amount of that. And then I like to just brush, take a towel in between these colors. Just because it keeps picking up more Sangria. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna use my finger. Now, can you see the difference? See how red-ish the top one is, and how much more subtle the bottom one is? Wipe off my finger, go back into this, and do the top. Switch my fingers up here. You can do this with any shades. I do it all the time with nude and Frenchie. That's like my go-to. Now, this is a little bit more of me, this color. So it looks a little funny right now because I don't have my eyes done, right? I've got almost all of my makeup on. I want to show you another trick. So my brows are light compared to my hair, and they're not bold. I like more of a bold brow. So you can do two things. Again, the goal is to use everything, not use everything. Everything that you need is in your compact. So instead of having a lip liner, I used my contour. Instead of using a brow pencil, you can either use your cream contour or an eyeshadow. Our eyeshadows, for the most part, are powder. I like to use an eyeshadow. So I pick up, all of our brushes are double-ended. This is our line brush. I like to brush my brows up, and then I flip it over to this end and I dab into this eyeshadow. Here is called Trust. It's dark, but so is my hair. I have to look off camera to do this. And I've got some fallout already because I forgot to push it off, but that's no big deal. I forgot to tap it off. And I am going to make little strokes on my brows, pick up a little bit more, And do back here for the tail. So if your hair color is not as dark as mine or it's darker than mine, reach out to me because I can recommend one of our eyeshadow tins, one of our shades for you. Now look at that. Look at the difference. And that little fallout that I got on the side of my nose, that's gone. All right, so my brows are down. This brow had disappeared. Now look at this brow. It's framing my face. I'm gonna do the other brow. This brow is not so accommodating. Look, ladies, we all have a good brow and a bad brow. They're never going to match exactly. This one needs a little bit more TLC because I have lots of gray hair. And if you don't know this, let me tell you, don't pluck your gray hairs from your brows because it doesn't grow back. You get lots of bald spots. So that's why this brow is, it needs a little bit more TLC than this brow because I had plucked some gray hairs out of this brow. All right, almost there. Let me pick up my eyeshadow brush, a clean one. Here we go. And I'm gonna do a quick eyeshadow for you. I'm gonna start off with basic. And I'm gonna put that in my crease. I mean, it's gonna be really fast. I'm gonna put Philly on the outer corner. And drag it a little bit under my lash line. I like this instead of that black line. I feel like that's too harsh for me. Especially as you get older. You want soft lines around your eyes. So again, it's a matter of preference. But see that? Looks like I have an eyeliner on, but it's not. It's just an eyeshadow. And I like to just fluff it out, soften it out a little bit. And then I'm going to do the same thing with the other side. The darkest color goes on the outside corner, usually in like a little triangle or V. Oops, forgot to drag it under. Drag that baby under, flip the brush around, and fluff it out. And then just to brighten up, let me make sure I got everything off my fingers. Then just to brighten up the center of my eyes, see this color right here? It just looks like, I don't know, sherbet. It's iridescent. And I like to put that on the rest of my lid. It just brightens up my eye. Makeup should be fun, right? I think that's why a lot of us don't wear it. Either we're not sure what to do or where to put stuff or like what to use. Well, that's what I'm here for. I'm just picking up a little bit more of that third color now and just kind of blending it into there. And then I like it in the corner of my eye here to brighten up the corner of my eye. Okay. One of the last steps that you have to do, I'm going to put some mascara on, but you have to set cream makeup. And I say it all the time, but I say it at the end of these videos. And I don't know that anybody watches to the end. So you can set it one of two ways. I happen to do both. This is our setting spray. It's called Stay. I take an old brush that I have that's huge. It's almost the size of half my face. I spray it onto the brush and then I lightly dab all over my skin. So cream makeup is just that. It's cream and it goes onto your skin, which is warm, which allows it to blend so nicely. But the problem is that it will transfer off if you don't set it. So see what I'm doing here? It's almost like creating a barrier on top of that cream makeup so that it doesn't move. And I'll prove it to you. I do this all the time, but since my arm is already kind of ick, I'm going to use Baby Watermelon. I'm just doing this while that setting spray is drying. Take Baby Watermelon and I make a line, and I take Baby Watermelon and I make another line. Two similar lines. I'm going to use a setting powder to show you, because I already used the setting spray and I'm going to use the setting powder in a minute. This is our setting powder. It's called Vanilla Dust. It's a packed powder. I like a loose powder, so I just take that spoolie from that brush that I did my brows with and I just loosen some of it up. Then I take a brush and I pick that up and then I dab it onto usually my face, so pretend that this is my face. Just take a little bit more because that's a heavy dose that I put on my arms. Obviously, you're not putting that much on your face. Okay. Wipe my hands off. This is the one without the setting powder. And that's what happens to your makeup on your face. Let me wipe off my fingers again. This is the one with the setting powder. It doesn't move. It doesn't move. Watch. That wiped off. Look how hard I have to. Ugh. And it's still there. So that's how hard you have to wipe that to get that off. So that's what setting spray and setting powder does. I like to use both. The problem with the setting spray is it gives you this dewy look that a lot of people love. I don't love it. So I'm going to go back into that setting powder, loosen some more up, take that same brush, dab it in and pick up that powder, and I'm going to start erasing that shine. See, the dewiness is gone? See it here? I'll show you again on this side. Watch. Oh my word. Sorry, I keep getting phone calls. My nose. Up here, wherever you don't want that shine. Oh, see that right there? I don't like that. Gonna get rid of that shine. And what that's doing is it's actually double setting my makeup because I already used the spray. You can use one or the other. You don't have to use both like I just did. You can use just the setting spray if you like that dewy look. You can use just the setting powder. It's, again, a matter of choice. If you don't want to have to carry around a setting spray in a bottle, then, you know, like this one that we have, or I also have this one from Charlotte Tilbury. Then you can just use the setting powder, our vanilla dust, that fits right into your compact. It comes in a tin. We also don't carry mascara. So use whatever mascara you like. Whichever one works best for you. I am always in the hunt for like a better mascara. This one that I'm using now, it's from a company called Ilia, I-L-I-A. I've really fallen in love with it. I love it for my upper lashes. I don't love it for my lower lashes. Only because of the wand. I like a tapered wand for my lower lashes, so I just go back to my Maybelline. Because I like to get into these little corners with my lower lashes. And I feel like that straight wand just messes it all up. I can get into these corners. It's a lot of fun watching somebody put mascara on, isn't it? But I want to give you a complete look. Geez, I'm really loving this lip and cheek combo today. The Sangria and Carousel. But you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do a little trick because I love my tricks. What is this? I'm going to take, because I didn't put anything on my lips to keep it on. Like I wasn't able to set my lips. And it's cream, so it's like not a long lasting. It's not going to stay on all day. But if I put a powder on top of it, it will help. So I like to put an eyeshadow on top of it. So I'm taking, what is this called? This is called Sis. I'm taking this. It is like a pinkish kind of, oh, the dog is up. It's a shimmer. See that? And I'm gonna put it on my lips, and that will help this color stay. And it's really not changing the color, as you can tell, which I don't want it to. All it's doing is giving me a little bit more of a shine. Look at that. Look how pretty. God, I love this makeup. Okay, I gotta go. My phone keeps ringing. People are looking for me. But this is the finished look. I will post a before and after later. And if anyone has any questions about anything I used, Sangria, turn it around, Carousel, these are the two colors I used on my lips and cheeks. Reach out to me if you need a color match. It's colormatchedbykaren.com, and that takes all the guesswork out so that I tell you what colors would work best for you. Okay, everybody, have a great weekend. Stay tuned around noonish for whatever the April shade of the month is going to be. I can't wait. I will post about that as soon as I know. Bye.